Purple? Purple?
Hey. Give me a second, Yogi.
Alright. And we're live. What's up, guys? HorsePLAY Live, episode 162. That's right. 2017.
What's up, mother...
And Obi's here.
Beep. Yes, the profane one is here. I didn't say profound. I said profane.
Profane. And just to get ahead of any confusion there might be, yes, it's the 2016 Unicorn Poopies. Those are our Geek Awards. We're still doing them. We're gonna go long.
Oh my God, we're still doing those.
Yeah, it's a lot of ground to cover, man. Thank you to BeardAndHat for the graphic. Definitely fits. Definitely fits. Totally not lurking. Thanks for joining the gang. Were you already part of the gang? Were you already part of the community? Well, welcome back. If you're coming back. I see Mr. Sun in the house. I see Beard is typing on Discord. Oh. Alright. The rest of our hosts will be running late.
I have to restart.
Obi has to restart. So I'm gonna pre-show it for a little bit.
What's up?
Oh, there you are. Obi's restarting his computer, and Beard is running a little late. So. Yeah.
So what's up?
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm doing a little pre-show, bullshitting. I'm checking the chat. Make sure the video stream is good. By the way, I anticipate interruptions tonight, because the household is rowdy. So you guys might get some cameo appearances on the video from my family. They don't understand boundaries. I'm like, look, guys, that thing I've been doing for the past 3 years or so, every Thursday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, yo, it's happening. So don't come in here. If you need something now, ask me.
3.
What?
3. It hasn't been 3 years yet.
It's been 3 calendar years. It has. Trust me, I've gone back on the
already.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm having some internet issues apparently too. Cause I just got.
Holy crap!
I think everybody is.
What in the hell?
3 years. Didn't we just celebrate the 2-year anniversary? Like literally?
Yeah, 2 years of officially, yeah, but we've spanned 3 calendar years on this show.
Over everything, yeah. Fuck, dude, it's...
And look, Twitch just disconnected me for no reason. That was weird.
You put up with me for 3 years. Holy shit.
Time flies.
The only other person that's put up with me for more than a year is my wife. Congratulations, Yogi.
Yeah, but she gets paid for that.
I don't know.
No comment.
I think Obi's the one that's spoiled in that relationship. Like,
Amen, sir.
My wife just bought me a new suit and a car and a pogo stick and a unicorn. I'm like, damn. Yeah, we just had some extra spending cash. Like, oh, okay, cool.
This fool said a unicorn. Wow.
I had to keep it in theme because, this is the Unicorn Poopies show.
Yeah.
King Deem says, I got your pre-show. Yeah. Well, this is our pre-show, fool. It's everybody's pre-show. You can be part of the show. You can go on Discord, chat with us, call in, email us. Well, probably won't do call-ins formally because, I think 4 or 5 people is our max when we're doing this format. Otherwise, we'll never get through the categories.
Oh.
Obi, you're about ready to start?
Yeah. Star, what do you mean? I'm not recording or anything.
I have been doing this for a minute.
I don't have the internet nor the space to record. I'm here though. Yes.
I'm just making sure your body is ready.
And my body said yes.
What?
Wow. I know you guys missed the random. What were you saying, Warchild? Were you saying something earlier before we got sidetracked like we normally do?
Funny shit, man.
I don't know. I got lost.
For those that were a fan of the smoke detector, it's not. Couldn't make it for the show, so go back about 2 episodes. I think, episode 16.
It's been taken care of. Smoke detector's not coming back.
You know, it was just whistling, trying to get your attention. Like, beep, beep, beep.
He's done. He ain't come back.
Like, hello, give me love. But before we get started with the official show, I do want to say we will have the usual banter. We have a few news items real quick. We're not doing a formal obligatory news segment, but we're gonna cover some quick things. I feel like I missed something. Did I cover everything here? The Division, Rainbow Six Siege, Nintendo Switch.
You gonna talk about some movies?
About movie? We could talk about movies. Yeah? Movies for news stuff or?
Just like
awards.
Let me see.
Yeah, 2016 was pretty weak sauce when it comes to movies, if you ask me.
It really was.
Yeah.
2016 was the year of the game.
I don't even know about that because it felt like game was kind of weak in 2016.
See, I had no problem with 2016. I liked it.
I wasn't wowed. I wasn't moved. I was just like, oh, games.
You're in the majority. Most people were saying the same thing. Like, they were good games, but they weren't really like blown. The dicks weren't blown off. I guess that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, I guess. It just felt like more like a money grab instead of like actual time and effort put into something to make it good.
Well, there were a lot of remastered games, and that's a trend that's been really strong this generation, though. Like games that came out, within 5 years. That doesn't even remaster. Like it's something that's 10 years old, definitely, or older, maybe 8. Like the first stuff that came out on last gen, a lot of people missed a lot of those games. Like, that's a good example. Cameo was a good example. Those early 360 and PS3 games that a lot of people missed.
Yeah. That would make sense, but it just felt like a cash grab. It's like, especially with Skyrim. Skyrim, it came out within these last couple of years, and it was a good game, but it's just you don't need to continue to bring it back out unless you got something. Well, okay, if you're going to bring something back out, I wouldn't mind a remake of Morrowind, like a full-on remake, Skyrim graphics.
Well, I give Skyrim Special Edition a pass only because on Xbox, at least, you get a lot of the mods you get on PC. So for people that don't have gaming PCs, it's a brand new experience. Like, it's a whole new way to experience Skyrim.
True.
But there are folks that are such Skyrim fiends. They just bought it again for like the 15th time or something. It's like, okay. And now when the Nintendo Switch comes out, they're going to buy it for that too. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that Switch.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. So I think without further delay, we should probably... We'll talk about the Nintendo Switch. It'd probably be best if we do it while Beard's not here, because it won't be nice. I don't think there's going to be nice words.
Yup.
Hold on. Someone wants to join us. By the way, for those that don't have a suitable computer, you can always pop in real quick on Discord on the mobile app, and you can at least say hello if you want to do that. The Discord app works quite well, actually. It's good compression, good sound quality. It's pretty nice. I like it.
No work for Yogi, or not Yogi. It worked for Obi whenever you had to try and get in here.
Yeah, and it's free. Unlike TeamSpeak, where you have to pay for the app. Like, wow, pay for a rent a server, pay for the app, and then they expect everybody that wants to use TeamSpeak to pay for the app too. Like, it's a small fee, but still, that's a barrier to entry. What's that?
Hey, gotta pay for it in blood.
The blood price. Alright, quick sound check. This is a little snippet of our theme song produced by SG, Stephen D. Gibson, for a future podcast project, but we'll use it on this show too, yeah, every now and then. It's, we tentatively call it Bits. That's all you're getting.
Sparkly.
It's nice, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he made it during Halloween.
I think like
just saying.
like an old 18-bit game.
Yeah,
an 18-bit Halloween game.
Like you're running like the entire time. That's about it.
Yeah, if you listen to the whole thing, it does kind of tell a story. I think good music always does that. Let your mind wander a bit.
Yeah, just let it wander.
Ooh. I'm trying to see.
Somebody's got a doobie.
Okay, I see where one of the cats is at. Blue is hiding somewhere. Should probably pop up. All right, here we go, folks. Mute the mics, and we'll see you in a bit.
All right.
You are listening to an All Games Radio Network broadcast of allgames.com.
Hi, this is Normie from Knuckleballer Radio and Zombie Cast, and you're listening to one of my favorite shows on the Geeky Antics Network. Don't forget to check out the rest of the gang over at geekyantics.net. Warning, there might be rants and food ahead and possibly inappropriate behavior. Don't tell anybody though.
Welcome, geeks, gamers, furries, and ninja robots. This is HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2017. Got the year right this time. It's episode 162. Tentatively titled 2016 Unicorn Poopies, hashtag Geek Awards, hashtag The Goat by CUATRO. Me gusta. Let me switch the scene here. Oh, a black and white video because my camera broke and I'm too cheap / broke to replace it. But tonight, guys, we are starting off hot, right off the jump, as they say in the hood, yo. We got Obi, he's back. We got Warchild.
What's happening?
And
oh yeah.
And BeardAndHat will be joining us soon, guys. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be bueno. But instead of the usual, what we've been doing this past week and banter thereof. We got some quick news. I'm just making sure everything's recording and we got no drop frames and none of that stuff. We're looking good. Don't jinx it like I would. But it's been
no echoes.
It's been a big, no echoes, no smoke detector, nothing. We're good. But we will probably have if you miss the pre-show, we might have some interruptions. I don't know about you guys, but my household has been a little crazy today, so it's gonna probably be all kinds of cat cameos and other family members just popping up. Even though I tell them, okay, I'm about to start a show, so if you need something, get it out of the way now. It's gonna I have that spidey sense. Someone's gonna come in here, show up on cam, so you guys on YouTube will see it, and be like, it'll be something trivial like, "Hey, you want to help me relace all our shoes in the house?" Like, what? Now? That's what you want to do right now? I couldn't wait.
Just about that life.
That's right.
That lace life.
You know, you love your family, but still you want to take that lace and strangle them with it.
Every now and then.
Every now and then. But yeah, so you know, the timing of our awards show has been good because last 2 weeks of December and first week of January usually pretty quiet for gaming news and geek news as a whole. Everybody kind of disconnects. But now we got a bunch of gaming news, so let's have at it. I'll save the best for last. Well, that's subjective. But first, some quick things. Mass Effect 2, I believe, is still on EA Origin on the house, so make sure you get that. It's for free. Play it on PC. Ooh, that rhymed. The Ubi 30 celebration, I think that just wrapped up. We try to keep reminding everybody about that every week, but we fell off a few times, and they did this one last thing where they had a huge bundle of games for free. And they had some like heavily discounted games, mostly on PC side. But if you go to, what was the thing I saw? They had a promo. If you Google or Bing search it, Ubi 30, it should come up with something. A landing page to go to get some last minute things. It might be too late by the time you listen to this though, but free stuff, you know. See if we can grab that. And speaking of Ubisoft, some big announcements coming out of that camp. If you play The Division, the expansion 3 is finally coming out. The reveal showed its last stand, and it's basically kind of a horde mode, but saying that isn't very fair. It's another thing that kind of takes place in the Dark Zone. So trying to build up the Dark Zone, because they obviously been listening. Dark Zone, it hasn't been what people pictured in their mind, what they wanted it to be. So this might make it relevant again, and less about trolling and more about actual gameplay. So we'll see. But Last Stand is looking very promising, and I can't believe this is only the 3rd expansion, because there's a lot of content in just those first 2 expansions and the free content updates we got. There's so much stuff to do, and now the 3rd expansion coming out, and the season pass
hadn't been in Dark Zone since '95, man.
Dude, it's fun. It's fun, but you just gotta know what you're getting into. And don't go into the Dark Zone by yourself, for Pete's sake. Go with a friend. Don't be crazy. Unless you're a masochist.
Unless you're like Butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Butters. Wow.
Nah, really, there's a dude named Like Butter. He's just, kills it. Without even trying.
He probably has like the Nomad or the Lone Star sets, something like that, where you can solo, but still, like, the problem with Dark Zone, I'm just gonna get out of the way real quick, is that it's a fantastic PvE zone that has PvP enabled, but because it's PvP enabled, people think, oh, well, let's just kill everything that moves. So there's people that go in there, and the only thing they do is just camp the entries to kill players that come in. Or they just camp the extraction places. You know, and what's worse, they'll hunt people that don't even have gear to steal. So they're just killing you just because they can. It's like, now that they see that you have loot, they're like, we're going to kill them because they can. You know, just to grief. So it's just endless trolling, and it's stupid. And, like, sometimes people will set up multiple groups with all their friends, and it'll be like 12, 15 people in one Dark Zone instance just hunting random people.
Like rogue for no reason.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, if you're geared out for PvE to hunt the mobs and get the drops and all that, it's very different than being geared out for PvP. Yeah, you could be a jack of all trades, but usually you want to lean one way or the other. And Dark Zone basically forces you to make a tough choice. Do you want to do PvP or PvE? Can't do both. Because they'll wait for you to fight some mobs, and then they'll come in and pick you up. Oh, stupid.
Especially if you're electric build. Well, I don't know if they fixed that or not, but I just remember in the beginning, if you were, I guess a firearms electric build, you could not do any damage in the Dark Zone because it was always about the armor.
Oh yeah. Yep. You need that enemy armor damage. Yep.
These are against actual players though, because I actually watched a video on YouTube. This dude, he was he kept shooting the other guy, and the other guy wasn't taking any damage. He actually stood there and let him shoot him. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah, because you could get max out your armor, and armor has a pretty high cap, and then you could get the regeneration bonuses. So yeah, you could just fully tank out. And if you run a ballistic shield, that could be even crazier. Like, there's so many things you could do. Pop tactical link, and then you get a damage mitigation buff. Oh, it's nuts. By the way, Last Stand. I don't know. I love update 1.5. It addressed so many things, especially the bullet sponge stuff. And now people are coming back again. People are coming back. I'm seeing new low-level players. I'm seeing people come back. And like this, it's busy everywhere you go. You can actually matchmake and queue up pretty fast now. So that's very encouraging. It's having resurgence. What else? There was something else about the Division. That's the main thing. Rainbow Six Siege. They confirmed that on February 5th, Ubisoft's doing a stream to reveal the Year 2 roadmap. And that'll be part of the first Rainbow Six Invitational event. So that's going to be cool. And yeah, they're going to have new map, 2 new operators like they do every season, 4 seasons in a year, pretty typical stuff. Yeah, and I expect there's going to be a lot more stuff you could buy in-game. Siege is they're doing so many great things with that game. Oh yeah, and they call it Velvet Shield, I think is the name of this new operation.
It sounds kind of cool, but sexy. It's just weird.
I know.
Velvet Shield.
I just expect this might be where we get the stripper poles and the, fishnet skins for certain operators.
I'm down.
IQ.
Jesus Christ.
It's coming.
That's all you care about?
It's coming, I'm telling you. It's going to happen. They're going to sexify it.
We're talking about female operators or male operators? Because,
I mean, if they want to do it in male operator, they could do it. Why not?
And I'm not going to play the game now. I'm not going to play it. Not going to play it.
You got to give something to everyone, Like Smite.
Fan service.
Yeah. Smite, Smite is really sexy, and it goes everywhere. I mean, you got bulges, you got ripped abs, you got jiggly boobs. Everybody's getting something. Whatever you're into, there's something in there. And I like about
Beard.
Smite. What's that?
Said, hey, Beard.
Yeah,
as soon as you start talking about that, he shows up.
And he said he's not officially here yet. He's lurking. And Smite, what we're talking about, Smite is all about the curves. They got everybody, especially the women. All the women are thick. That's how you know they're a Georgia-based studio. Yeah, that's what you're doing there, Smite. Because you compare Smite to League of Legends, where they got these like paper thin rail girls, like, ugh. And then like Smite's like badunkadunk. Yeah. Bow chicka wow wow. Speaking of Smite, the Path of the Path of the Phantom Queen event is here. It's super bugged. They're addressing it. They're aware of it. So you may not want to spam them if you're having issues with that event. But the Morrigan launched, and it's a new Pantheon, the Celtic Pantheon. And the Morrigan, man, she's really good. She's a battle mage. I would describe her as a battle mage, much like Freya. She's got a good attack speed. Like, she could do physical attacks. Well, it's magic damage, but she got a good physical attack components. She's not ability dependent, and she's got some good mobility. And oh man, she's good. And she can become any god in the session, in the match, and like become a clone of them for a few seconds. It's pretty sweet. Probably the best ultimate in the game. Smite's doing some big things. But now, the elephant in the room. I can't delay it any longer. When Nintendo had that huge event, and Bearded kind of reported on it, but I want to kind of recap some of the stuff he was talking about, and some of the stuff that I think we need to really hone in on. So first of all, the price point is what we pretty much all guessed in the community. $299. $299.99. That's a good price for it. That's a very good price, I think. At least for the consumer.
Sorry, I hear $2.99. I think like a 2-piece at Popeyes with a biscuit.
Oh, you think
like you gotta knock that decimal point over a little bit, but like I hear $2.99 for Nintendo, it just don't sound natural.
So you think it's
That's
too
the
low?
Wii U was.
Is that turning you off? You think it's a low price, so you don't expect a good product?
I mean, this is a chance for it to be a good product.
What did you say, Beard?
That's what the Wii U was. The Wii U launched at $299, dropped to $250 pretty quick after that, and that's where it sat for the rest of its life.
That's true.
I thought it was $199.
No.
Yeah, they refuse to drop it. I don't get it. Like, liquidate those things already. Just swallow your pride. They don't want to lose any more.
They pulled the back stock off of shelves. They recalled everything. They're not going to sell it. They're not even going to liquidate it. Those things are going to be disassembled and
used for parts.
Yeah, or just sit in a hole somewhere in Taiwan.
So what you're telling me is that the Nintendo Switch is made up of old school Nintendo Wii's?
It's all made of just Wii U parts. Yes.
That would explain everything.
We're gonna get to the actual tech under the hood. So, what were we saying about the price? I'm sorry.
It's just, I don't know. I think a Nintendo product, and I don't think like $300. I'm sorry. I just think like typically $199 or something. I mean, yeah, you can start out in the high 200s, but not.
But keep in mind, I would say they're consolidating two product lines. Their handheld and their home system. So you're getting 2 for 1.
Okay, I can understand that, but what happens whenever you lose part of the handheld and you're trying to take it home to your home system? I mean,
That's your fault.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So that's
but
really
when you have a console, you're not meant to take it out in the open. That's why, you had stuff like the Sega Nomad, you had the Sega Game Gear, Game Boy, so on and so forth. Vitas. But when you're messing around with the whole system, especially if you're buying it for kids, I mean, things are going to get lost easily.
Yeah. That's where I have a hard time with this, because I'm like, who's this really for? Is it a family console? Is it for the kids? Is it for Nintendo fans? It's definitely for Nintendo fans. I think that's the only thing.
The problem is it's the same problem that the Wii U had. It doesn't know who it's for.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a clear identity as to who it's being marketed at.
Well, here's who it's not for.
Make for everybody, though.
It's not for mobile gamers looking for something better than their iPad, because it's weaker than an iPad, the current gen iPad. It's got the NVIDIA Tegra in there is basically a version that NVIDIA went to Nintendo and said, hey, 300 doesn't give you much wiggle room for profit, so we're getting rid of these things. We'll sell it to me. We'll sell them to you for 50 cents a pop.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo branded NVIDIA Shield,
and it's weaker than the Shield. It's not even close to the Shield. The Tegra chip in there is stronger. They already admitted that this console is gonna be weaker than the Xbox One and the PS4.
Going cheap isn't always a good idea. I mean, look at Xbox 360 with that heatsink issue.
Yeah, but the 360 arguably killed it that generation.
While it was being killed, yeah.
I mean, people didn't care. The 360 was stomping all over everybody's graves.
Well, nobody cared until they got that red ring. I know, because I got it myself.
I had it 3 times. People didn't care.
Yeah, that's how good it was.
Because that's where their friends were, and that's where the games were.
I'll give you that, but even still, it's like that red ring, just annoying and unacceptable. Especially whenever you're going to make money off that product. You're making money off that product. Which, okay, I will give them this much. They did go back, and I guess they did fix the tech issues and everything. But still.
Yeah, well, they raced out to be first. They beat Sony with the PS3. They were a year ahead, and they were making money hand over fist that generation, and yeah, it was fucking broken.
They just didn't get that HD DVD.
Nintendo's definitely not going to be first in anything. But
They don't have to be. They
don't have to
have the games that people want.
They have their
They
own.
will always be.
Yeah.
They will always be a second console.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Like I was saying,
They're kind of first nostalgia, though.
yeah, they have the nostalgia factor, that's what sold the Wii U. There's only maybe like 10 or 15 games worth buying on the Wii U.
And plus, whenever you can buy out your competition and make, pimp them out, you're doing good. Sonic the Hedgehog, anybody? Anybody?
I won't even get into that thing.
There hasn't been a good Sonic game since the 90s.
Exactly.
I don't want to go
Which
down
is
this
why
road.
Sega went out of business.
Sega, listen, I don't want to get into it. Sega paved the way for everybody else to succeed. I'm sorry. They had a lot of great ideas, but they paid the heavy price of being first to market. That's what happened
The
with
Dreamcast.
Yeah, the Dreamcast, the Saturn. They had a lot of great ideas there, but they took the lump so no one else had to. And the Xbox, a lot of people will say, and I remember saying, "Wow, this is basically the next Sega system," but it's not Sega. And it made a lot of things possible. I mean, we talked about this before. Sega was one of the first consoles to have online play, like legit online play.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Phantasy Star Online. I remember that. That was the coolest thing, was playing on a console with other people not in the same room.
yep. Awkwardly
Very true.
enough, GameCube came out with the broadband adapter and never took advantage of it.
They had it with Phantasy Star Online Episode 2, and I had it, and I played it. It was great.
That was the only time they did, yeah.
It was the only game. I think that was... I think that and like a couple of racing games were it.
I think Double Dash had support for it too. Mario Kart Double Dash, if I recall. It's been a while. But this is a good backdrop for another thing to discuss, is the fact that they're talking about online play. And gosh, they're so behind on this. They announced this stuff like it's revolutionary. Oh, your purchases in the virtual store will be tied to your Nintendo account. Whoa! No way!
They should be careful because remember the Sony press conference after Xbox declared that they weren't going to have shared games?
No. But yeah, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this. But what I'm saying now, because the problem with Nintendo is that every time they come out with a new console, all your purchases are lost, and you have to buy everything all over again. There's people that have bought Zelda: Link to the Past a cajillion times, which is ridiculous. Was that Obi?
Everything that I had.
I'm one of those people. I want to fucking talk about it.
It was literally Link to the Past. Oh, we couldn't get past it.
Yep. Now, what did you
But
say,
I got
Peter?
everything half price. I got everything half price when I bought my Wii U and transferred everything over from the Wii that I already...
Oh my god, that's so bad.
It's like going to get some soup and then they don't bring you the crackers and you start eating the soup and all of a sudden they bring you the crackers. You're like, oh my god, this is a good cracker. What is this, a Ritz? This got to be a Ritz cracker. And then you realize it's just plain old cracker. Buttery flavor.
See, that's the thing.
Plain old cracker.
It's like Beard said, and I'm going to say it in a more nasty kind of way, but, Nintendo can serve shit on a platter and it'll still have an audience because it's Nintendo shit and no one else has that special brand of shit. Special turd.
That's how it works. That's how Nintendo has operated since the GameCube.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. That they talked... Did you catch this? That they mentioned that they're going to start charging for online play?
Yeah.
And of course, people
That's
are
not a surprise.
flipping. Yeah, not a surprise. That's the console market. That's the way it is. So that's not a big deal. But what I think is weird is that the online will work through a phone app, a mobile app. That'll be your access to lobbies and your matchmaking. Huh.
It's like the old Xbox Live.
Yeah, I can see the comparison, but...
God, I remember they had I didn't have
You're talking
a
about
first-gen Xbox.
You're
I'm talking about the original
uh,
Xbox Live, where you'd have.
Xbox Connect, the third-party thing that will let you get online without Xbox Live. That
Maybe.
required a
There
third
was-
system. Or a second
I
system,
remember
depending
setting
on
up
the
Halo matches on a computer
Yep.
next to the Xbox.
Yeah, that's the tunneling software. Xbox Connect was one of those. Yep. That's a third-party solution, though. That's for people that didn't feel like paying for Xbox Live because they're like, "Oh, I'm not paying for online." You know, that was the attitude about it.
Still is.
Yeah, but you know, you get what you pay for. I really believe that. But it's like this phone app is kind of cool because that means, you know, when you go mobile, you truly are mobile. You're not tethered to anything. But again, all I could think of is it's like they always have this kind of patchwork ecosystem when it comes to online. You know, it's like, you gotta pair the game with your account, and then you get a unique friend code that's unique to you and that game, and then you gotta give it to your friend, and then say 10 Hail Marys, and click your toes and your heels and dance a little jig just to play a game online. It's like, wow.
That's stuff like that is how your console gets trolled. I'm telling you.
But
I'm going to show you how to share games. Step 1.
it looks like they're addressing that though, so it's promising.
Yeah, people are still gonna.
People still get it, yeah. But see, for me, Zelda, the possibility of a Metroid Prime, playing Mario, not enough. Not enough to drop 300. Maybe drop 200.
I don't know, the return of Travis Touchdown, Suda51 working on another game. I'm in.
Yeah, but the translator couldn't even the translator couldn't understand what he was saying. So all you heard was the only thing they were able to make out was like Suda51. What? What?
I felt so bad for both Suda51 and that translator.
Yeah. I feel
Sudoku 51.
I always feel so bad when even the Japanese speaker realized the translator said the wrong thing, and they look at them like, "Oh, that's awkward. I did not say touch my penis. I said touch my vagina. It's a big difference."
Although, it did make all the Sudoku players go crazy, because, it sounded like the hardest Sudoku game out there. Sudoku 51.
Dude.
51 Sudoku puzzles that are hard to solve.
Now you're talking. I mean, you put some online playing there. Have leaderboards. Like, yo, I did 20 of the super hard, Super Mario Bros. 2 Lost Levels Sudoku puzzles in 5 minutes. Damn, son!
I was able to match up all the numbers right on the fly. It was barely even an issue. And then we got to level 51, and that's when things got real.
I didn't even use a single hint. Like, you motherfuckers putting numbers in the corners of your boxes. I used no numbers. I had 2 numbers on the whole board, and I figured it out. Like, damn!
I can't stand that game.
You guys are all idiots.
Sudoku 51.
Why do I even do this show anymore? God damn.
Because you like laughing.
You love it. And now it looks like we're gonna have 2 permanent new hosts. Beard and WarChild can't leave now, because then we'll get hate mail like, "Oh, you had so much diversity," and then they lost, and we're stuck with Yogi and Obi again. Ah, boo. You guys are stuck now.
Hooray! I'm hired.
Yay! So no, that's Nintendo Switch stuff. The only thing I have to say about it, I'm very, very curious about it. I think it's relevant, but I feel like if they're trying to attract people that are not Nintendo fans, bring new people into the fold, or bring back people that lost faith, they're not doing it with this. Not for me, at
They
least.
still have the Nintendo. They still have the Nintendo faithful, and that's what they get. I don't know how many new people they're really gonna pull in with it, but I'll buy it.
Well, that's why I also say that, earlier you guys are saying that it doesn't know who it's for, but when the trailer came out, it looked like they were trying to be for everybody, whether you're the casual gamer or the esports fanatic, or even just, the media fanatic who likes to watch videos. which I guess if you're trying to make a comeback, you got to cast that net wide, or else you're not going to have anybody to cater to, except for like 50-year-old people that I don't know, give me like a really, really old game. Like, I don't know, let's just say Pong or Galaga, you know, just throwing it out there. Just saying.
I tell you what, one of the things that I loved about the Wii is that it made me fall back in love with all my GameCube games, because I could play them right on the Wii and plug in my GameCube controller. Brilliant. Simple things like that. Little things like that where it's like, it's building upon the previous generation does make a big difference. Because you, right out the gate, you have a library. I don't want to start from zero. I want to have something to enjoy the system with. And appreciate that new ecosystem.
I think what they might do is once they actually do figure out who they're catering to, they're probably going to try and narrow that net down a little bit more.
Well,
yeah, but it's going to be the exact same thing that happened with the Wii U. Cast a wide net, and then all you're left with is the 4 million people that want to play the Mario games.
True. Mario. So true. There's only so much Mario in the world, though.
I think one of the cats wants to come in. Hold on 1 second.
You think there's only so much Mario, but Mario Maker has proven there's an unlimited supply of Mario out there.
I mean, true, but here's the thing about that. If you have everybody keep playing Mario Maker levels, it's going to get to the point where the actual Mario game is going to come out and they're like, it's not as hard as Mario Maker.
Have you seen, harder. Did you see the trailer for Mario Universe?
Mm-mm.
It's the new Mario 64, basically. It's an open world sandbox Mario game.
How is that going to work?
What's it called?
Same way Mario 64. Mario Universe or Odyssey
right.
or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, it's been a minute.
But yeah, it's going to be full-on fucking Mario in New York City looking like a freakish monster compared to normal people. Just out there doing Mario things.
I'm not going to be impressed to give me a Mario Spider-Man game.
See, that is tempting. Let's see, again, I go back, and I hate to say this, but if I was able to play all the games I missed on Wii, that I missed on Wii U, on this console, I'd be in, definitely.
You didn't miss any games on the Wii U.
I'm sure there's something. Splatoon, okay. I'm kind of mildly interested to play that. Not enough to buy a Wii U. You know.
You just like the way it sounds.
It does
I think they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball real hard. Not calling Splatoon sequel Splatoon.
That would be awesome.
My god, that's such a missed opportunity.
They fucking dropped it there. That's what it should have been. That would have sold instantly 10% more consoles.
Splatoon. That is pretty creative.
Oh man, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to be a troll, but with Nintendo, it's like they have amazing quality control when it comes to their first-party stuff, right? No one can beat them. They have great gimmicks that are actually fun, because they are gimmicks at the end of the day. But then they fall short, like simple opportunities. If you just take a few extra steps, like boom, and it breaks my heart. It's like, damn, like this is great, but you don't have online play, or the online sucks. Like, it doesn't make a difference, because let's face it, like, I don't want any fucking people in my house if I can avoid it.
See, I have
to like you. I have to like you to bring it to the kingdom. I'm sorry. What was that?
I'd rather have people over. I prefer couch co-op. I prefer 2-player, sitting next to each other as opposed to online play.
Yeah, I feel you.
I like both. I just wish they would bring split screen back for some games.
Yeah, well,
especially if you get
the living room experience
Destiny.
is definitely something that is missed. Like, and it's got to be more than like board game type stuff, like Trivial Pursuit or Uno and all that stuff. Like, there needs to be more than that. So I do agree with that. Maybe it's one of those chicken and egg situations. Like, maybe we don't appreciate couch co-op because there isn't any couch co-op anymore, rather than the other way around. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Because they used to be like that. Like, you make excuses to have people come over so you can take advantage of your Kinect or your Wii, or play all those fun social games, those party games, and then lose your friends over Mario Party. Right?
Better that than Monopoly.
Wii Sports.
Wii Sports, the one game, the best-selling game ever because you were forced to buy it.
I think the only game that sold better is the original Mario.
Mm.
I'm surprised too, because I remember the fanfare over Super Mario 3. Like, something about Super Mario 3, the way they launched that game, it was like a global event, and it was just so pervasive. And when you had that, that cardboard box in your hand, you felt like you were holding a gold bar. Like, there's something magical about it. I don't know. They did something really well with that, like all the little tournaments, the pop-up events they had in different stores, the T-shirts, all the merchandising, and it was a real launch. And I feel like that's something we don't really get anymore. Like this Nintendo Switch launch,
because everything's electronic. Like there's no real launches anymore.
And on top of that, if you do order something, it's pre-order specials. That's about it.
But you can still make it a party, You just gotta.
People don't want to leave their house.
Speaking of which,
It's true.
I haven't seen it in a minute, but does GameStop still have the late night releases?
I don't even know anymore. I think they do. So I saw some dumbasses sitting outside for when World of Warcraft came out.
Yeah, they still do them. Those are fun. Those I actually like. I kind of miss going to those, but I feel dirty supporting GameStop because just how I hate their hard selling techniques. I know that they train the guys and they'll fire them if they don't go through the whole spiel, but I don't want to freaking sit through a 30-minute sales pitch because you're trying to upsell me on shit and get your attachment rated up. It's like, ugh. Sometimes I just want to buy my game and get out. Or maybe get a recommendation. If I want a recommendation, I'll ask you, like, hey, what's good right now? What's coming out soon that you recommend? But don't. But those midnight launches are cool.
Yeah, I miss those. I used to hate. Main thing I hated was the fact that anytime you bought like a collector's edition, you could only order it online and have it shipped to your house. You couldn't order it and have it sent to the store, which made no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, that's one of the later developments because you used to be able to pick them up in the store. You just had limited quantities. But it's a nice way. What's nice about this is you're waiting on the line. Like if even if you're an introvert, like I consider myself an introvert. You're there, you're waiting. You figure you might as well start a conversation, and you meet cool people. Hey, here's my gamer tag, and next you have people to play with.
Sometimes you meet cool people.
Sometimes there are a lot of questionable. Yeah. It's hit or miss, but
having Battlefield flashbacks. Oh god. There's this one guy, we were doing a midnight release. He was all like, "Come on, guys, let's exchange gamer tags. Let's go." And something told me that I was the only one that did it. It was a bad idea. Lo and behold, I was right. Never again. Never again.
See, it's your fault.
It was. And it got weird because I had my coworkers there too, and this guy was all like, come on. I got the little spawn point set up. Spawn all over me, WarChild. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're not afraid anymore. We're done. That just didn't sound right. Spawn all over me. I'm like, yeah, this is done.
One thing I will say is,
you liked it.
Give me some
I guess we all get curious sometimes, but not like that.
One thing I will say, I feel like those midnight launches, they should have an age limit. Because, if you're a squeaker, you have no business being out after dark. Sorry. I don't care if you're with your parents. That to me, I feel like those events are for the older gamers so we could bond, and all that stuff. But anyway, we got to move on because we could talk. We're going off on a tangents. But quick little side bit, the intro music, folks. Again, I want to recommend if you listen to us on our iTunes, TuneIn Radio, all the podcast feeds, you might notice some of the 8-bit music in the background. That's from Rush Coil's album 8-Bit Christmas. I'm a big fan. Make sure you go support an independent artist. over at rushquill.bandcamp.com. And there'll be other credits and whatnot, legal stuff in the description. But folks, you ready to jump into the Unicorn Poopies and give some more, pointless awards out?
Why not? Need some coffee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a little over an hour to do it. All right.
So we're going to get through 2?
Yeah. That's a good goal. We'll go through 2. And see how, if we feel adventurous, might go through 5. Who knows? But the first category of the evening, if I'm not mistaken, and make sure, because I crossed off the ones we already went through. Okay. Is best UGC, that's user-generated content, / mod community in a non-sandbox game. And we need to make a stipulation, because sandbox game, you expect the modding, but this is a non-sandbox game, like a game that's not built with the core experience of being sandbox. Make sense? Yeah. All right.
Sure.
So.
Sure, it sure does.
So, first one is the combo deal because they're pretty much the same ecosystem now. StarCraft 2 / Warcraft 3. Yep, still relevant, believe it or not. Speedrunners, World of Warcraft, Skyrim. This one I threw in for funsies. Happy Wheels. And Doom. Am I missing anyone? Any other one that sticks out to you guys?
No, I can't think of anything.
I'm going to have to sit this one out because I think I've used up my my answer already. Can't say it anymore.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're leaning towards.
It's not even a lean. It's like I fell on it.
Doom? Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, I really wanted to give Doom more awards. I'm trying not to be a fanboy about it, but that game is a lot better than people realize, especially the single-player campaign. Fantastic.
Yes.
Come on, kitty. Cat's going crazy. Yeah, but Doom, probably it might be the best campaign for a shooter this year, hands down. I think I might go that far. And the multiplayer, I don't think gets enough credit either. I'm not getting into that spitting contest. So you guys have an idea what you're leaning towards? It's a tough call for me.
It's a no-brainer. The only reason Skyrim is still relevant is because of the mod community. That game is subpar, just vanilla, but then you throw in the modding community on top of it. That's the only, like I said, that's the only reason it's still viable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so your vote is Skyrim. Obi?
Sure.
You going with Skyrim too? I mean, everybody gets their own individual pick. We'll have to get a unanimous vote. WoW?
Sure.
Sure.
Are you saying WoW or are you picking WoW?
Wow, World of Warcraft.
Okay, because it's hard to tell. I thought you just like WoW.
Wow.
Sure.
Now, I want to say StarCraft 2.
Wait, what's the category again?
Mod community / UGC.
Mod communities. Then I'm gonna have to say farming sim.
Okay, is that your final answer, Obi?
Wow.
Yes. WoW doesn't have mods, so.
Yeah, it does. It has the overlays you can use for it.
Yeah, bullshit. That's fucking crap. If we're talking about mods that like that affect the game or don't affect the game, then like farm sim, because
right, so farm sim,
it's huge.
Farm sim feet. That's
what she said.
Ah.
Wow. Got me for you, nerd.
Damn it, you bastard. I want to say Doom, but I kind of wanted to say StarCraft 2 / Warcraft 3
fucking
because
fanboy.
Listen, what game do you know that's been released before 2005 that's still releasing content and people are still playing the mods and user made stuff today?
Farming Simulator.
This Farming Simulator not that old.
Yes, it is, dude. Farming Simulator came out in '98. So go fuck yourself.
Sounds viable.
I don't think it's that old.
Yes, it is, dude. Farming Sim came out in
I think it was
'98.
the early 2000s. Let me see.
No, you're a fucking idiot.
Farming
You
Simulator.
said pre-2005 though, so if it's early 2000s, you're
The
splitting
first
hairs,
Farming
and he's
Simulator,
still right.
according to this, is 2012,
What?
and this
No,
is
'cause I was playing in Farming Simulator well into the 2000s.
from Focus Home Interactive. That's the company
must
that
have the
puts out
advanced
Farming
copy.
Simulator. Yeah.
No, there's no advanced copies. It's dependent on what. Like, cause the first came out on a tablet.
I don't think
Buy
there's
now,
any.
get a free go.
I don't think there's any game that has an active online community and that over a decade of online content like Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 does, because StarCraft
Well,
2
it's different.
imported over Warcraft 3
It's
assets.
different farm sims. Like, it's not the same one.
In terms,
It's like
okay. I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying in terms of
yeah, you are, and I don't appreciate it.
the amount of content available and the variety,
Damn, fighting words.
StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3 would have to win it for me. But Doom is a close second.
Minecraft.
No, that's a sandbox game. Minecraft exists to be a sandbox game because it has no purpose other than being a sandbox. And they'll say
Literally,
building stuff,
you make a
like-
sandbox.
The objective of Minecraft is to find the meaning of life and the portal and to find the dragon. No, stop.
It's to build cool shit and blow it up.
Or have a creeper fuck it up.
Oh my god, I hate those things.
They're assholes. Alright, so we have Warcraft 3 / StarCraft 2, Skyrim, Doom, and Farm Sim. Alright, next one. And this is the one we're gonna go off on a tangent on a bunch of tangents. Most disappointing game, aka wasted potential. Alright. So Destiny has to be up there. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, That Dragon Cancer, Mighty Number 9, Recore, The Final Station, No Man's Sky, and The Division.
No
And mind
Man's
you-
Sky.
And we're done.
Wait. And I want to just
There's
point
no
out,
waiting anymore. It's there. It's done.
some of these are community picks I want to just point out, not necessarily the picks of any of us here live on the show. Just want to make sure we put that out there.
Okay.
So
We'll wait for the actual answer.
OB
But we know
and-
what it's gonna be.
OB and Warchild, obviously, for No Man's Sky. Beard, what about you?
See, everyone is going to go with the easy answer of No Man's Sky because that game was hyped to an unbelievable level that it couldn't possibly deliver to begin with.
It's the Pluto Nash of video games. And that's deep. Think about that.
Did they release review copies of No Man's Sky?
I don't think they did.
No.
Then it is the Pluto Nash.
Thank
Because
you.
that movie skipped the reviewers and went straight to theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Now,
And then once it got to the theaters, it got kicked out for being fucking stupid.
You
yes,
just got Pluto Nash, son. You just got Pluto Nash.
So
no, I think
what are you leaning towards,
I
Beard?
think
Because
see, Mighty Number 9 was Kickstarter garbage. That's not a surprise that game sucked. Anyone with half a brain was like, "Oh, that's
I
going to
don't
be
even
trash."
I want to say I don't think Mighty Number 9 is a bad game. For
It is
being
a bad
budget
game, you're
title,
wrong.
it's a good game. It's not an amazing game. It's not a bad
No,
game.
20XX is a better game.
Yes, but that
If you want to play a Mega Man game, you play that. Mighty
20XX
Number
is
9
awesome.
was garbage. That Dragon Cancer was
biting my lip here.
an experience. It should have been. It shouldn't have been built as a game. It should have been built as an art piece.
Mm-hmm.
That's more what it should have been. Then Infinite Warfare, people are going to bitch about it, and it's still going to sell millions of copies, and people are just going to sit there and eat the spoon-fed game that they're handed and complain about it. Destiny, that horse is mush at this point. People have beaten it to death.
Yeah.
I'm beating it to death right now.
The Division is shaping up to be.
I'm beating it to death too.
Sounds like he's playing WWE 2K17.
Now, I
Nope,
want to.
Rocket League.
True story. True story. I'm watching. It says Rocket League, playing Rocket League. I want to say about the Division real quick. I feel the only reason Division is getting complaints is because people wanted it to be an action shooter and they did not expect it to be, or they don't understand it's a role-playing game first. If you go into the Division knowing it's a role-playing game, MMO style kind of game, you love it. I don't know how you can't. You know, and they addressed the minor things, you know, like inventory space and bullet sponge enemies and damage scaling, all that stuff. They addressed a lot of that shit. You know, now, Beard, last time you said, you know, the big problem with it is that they made it out to be a massive game and it's only a fraction of what they promised. And I can see that. I think that's a fair concession. But even with that,
Yeah, that's.
I think there's more to do in the Division than there is Destiny. Like, Destiny is now a deep game, but for the longest, it was a very shallow experience, especially for us on Xbox. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons
played
to do
both
in the
versions.
Division, and it doesn't feel like a grind. Like, I'm enjoying it. With Destiny, it's like just paint by numbers, and I finally decided I'm not going to pay for more content to do the same shit. Fuck it.
Yeah. The game I personally was most disappointed with was the final station, though.
Which game was
So,
that? Refresh
indie
my
game.
memory.
Came out September. It's an indie game. You're a train conductor. And you're going through this war-torn world, which is being infected by... You really don't get an answer for what they are. They're kind of like venom symbiotes. And as you keep progressing, you kind of find out more, but not really. And then right as you think the game's going to start getting good, it ends.
Oh, that's the worst. That
I mean,
sucks.
the game gives you so little because it's like a Dark Souls style of storytelling. Where they'll give you bits and pieces and a lot of stuff that you have to pick up along the way.
You're making me kind of think of, what was that game that I was playing a few times, and I think you watched a couple of times that I played it. Darkest Sea, I think it is. And you said it's hard.
Yeah.
You said it's hot garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I like that
Anytime you
game.
say something's hot garbage.
I like that game. It's kind of similar though. Like
Hot.
Hot garbage on a hot summer day.
they drop, yeah. But I like when I kind of like that style of storytelling where it's not in your face. Like it's more about the gameplay. If the gameplay is good, you could do that. If the gameplay is not good, no. But drop a little more so than let you make your conclusions. But if the gameplay isn't there, that's bad. All right, so
See,
final
with the
station.
final station, a lot of it was, from a mechanic standpoint, really well done, except for two parts.
Mhm.
A lot of the story is told through the people that you rescue through at each stop of the train. But you're too busy running around fixing shit on your train to be able to actually listen to what they're saying. And that just when the gameplay gets in the way of telling you the story, it's kind of a problem.
And you can't change the sound levels.
No, it's text based, and if you're not in the cabin that they're talking, you don't get the little text pop up.
That's
Oh, wow.
terrible. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bad.
That pissed me off.
Hmm.
I wanted it to be so good too. I played through it, I think 3 or 4 times because I wanted it to be better. And I'm like, no, maybe I was wrong the first time. And then, nope.
When you try and give a game a chance so
Definitely.
many times.
That definitely sounds like wasted potential. Cause like conceptually, it sounds fantastic, and then
Yeah. It had giant robots and aliens and...
How do you mess up giant robots? You gotta go out of your way to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, they if you can get the game for $5, it's worth a playthrough, but it falls short of what it was hyped for me to be.
Even
And it was coming
the
from-
name. The name is it sounds epic.
And it came from Tiny Build. They're known for good stuff.
Tiny Build, aren't they the same people that do speedrunners?
Speedrunners, Punch Club. They're working on Hello Neighbor.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Yeah, Mark
wow.
They got a couple other.
I'm
they
a
got couple
huge
other
fan
games.
of speedrunners. Love speedrunners. I absolutely adore that game.
We should play that sometime.
Dude, yes, I know. We need to do a game night and just like commit to that. Because do you remember when I was playing that game like for months and I would play like every day and stream it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that
Those
game.
were good times.
Such a good game. All right, so I want to just say Recore is definitely out of it for me because I'm not disappointed by that game. I think that game is a lot better than people realize. Just didn't get a good chance.
But at least it can live up to some of its potential instead of like, a game that's been super hyped to have really awesome space simulations and different galaxies that are endless and so on and so forth. With Recore, you you get what you pay for, which makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going with No Man's Sky because even though it definitely fell short of expectations, for most people, I had low expectations. I knew, but towards the end, I'm like, yeah, they haven't showed real gameplay. They keep talking in really lofty terms. This game's not going to deliver on any of this. It's just going to be a
I can't wait
demo.
for Star Citizen to pull the same route.
Oh,
Well, I'm sticking with Pluto Nash. No Man's Sky.
I can't wait for Star Citizen to do that same.
Star
Once
Citizen.
it finally actually happens, and everyone's just like, "Wow,
Well, dude, that
I've
game
wasted
has
hundreds of thousands of dollars."
Yeah, and they have so many modules for that game. It's basically a multitude of games in one project now, and it's just too much going on. It's too ambitious, I think. Like, there's no way they're going to deliver it. It's like, oh, we're Wing Commander Privateer. Oh, we're No Man's Sky. Oh, we're Endless Sky. Oh, we're Star Trek. We're Star Wars. We're everything. It's like, no, you can't do all of those things in one game.
It's the problem I have with Ark on a slightly different scale. Finish the game and then work out. No, because Ark's not finished yet, so it's not. You can't technically be disappointed by a game that's in early access.
Yeah, the money's being exchanged, though. So,
Yeah.
There's a certain minimal level of satisfaction you need to have, I think, even in early access.
But the thing is, with Star Citizen, with Ark, release the fucking game and then work on more after. You're 2 years past your due date for Star Citizen. You have generated 15, 20 times what you were shooting to get.
Yep. Yeah. Didn't they have a Kickstarter funding level that you could give them $30,000 to get a special custom ship in game? Like, seriously? Oh,
Yeah.
and a real life model of that ship. Okay, big deal. 3D printer.
Yeah, and people bought it.
That's
What
the
does the
thing
ship
is,
look like?
No, the game conceptually is amazing, and I'm a sucker for anything space sci-fi. But I agree, like, it just sounds too good to be true, and chances are, well, if it's too good to be true, then it isn't true.
That's why we have March 31st.
But that I think Mass Effect is gonna be delayed. I have a feeling.
Shut up, Obi. Shut up.
I'm not.
I'm
Obi,
sorry.
I'm
You
Yogi.
gotta be Yogi. That's how mad you made me. That's how mad
I'm
you
just
made
saying.
me.
Whenever they have a late March date, that's usually a placeholder. Like, they announced it just to placate everybody, but like the recent investor calls, they were talking about how they reserve the right to delay it. They want to make sure they release a complete product. So that's basically them CYA, covering their ass, cover your ass.
Take it back. I'm gonna hold the place in your face with my fist.
I just
Take it back.
I want to prepare you. I just want to prepare you. But we're still getting Wildlands, so there'll be something in March. Well, anyway, my choice. A game that I think had a lot of potential, and I love the story behind it, but was disappointing, is that Dragon Cancer. That's gonna be my choice, just because.
It was an art piece.
Yeah, like
It was meant to convey an emotion. It was meant to convey a story. It's not a game.
yeah, and that's the thing. And I
It
wanted it
shouldn't
to
have been.
succeed because it's it's such a great story. A family getting together to create this tribute for their child, but it's not like you said, it's not a good game. It's a cool experience. There's definitely emotions in there, but people talk so highly about this, and then when I checked it out, I was like, oh, this is kind of bad. And I like point and click adventure. I like abstract things, but it just wasn't fun. It was just depressing in so many ways. So that's gonna be my pick, because I feel sometimes like we're scared to say something's bad when it's emotional piece, or when when there's some kind of altruistic thing attached to it. We don't want to say bad things about it. Like, I'm sure if there was a a lesbian life simulator, no one want to say it's a terrible game because you're just being hateful. Like, no, it's just a bad game. I don't care about the theme. You know what I mean?
Social norms. Yeah.
Yeah, people are scared to speak about it. Like, look, if you remove the theme, it still has to be fun. That's what makes a game a game. You play a game. You don't. That's why you say, I'm gonna play this game. Not I'm gonna work this game. You don't say that. That sounds awkward. I'm gonna experience this game, maybe. But.
I mean, even if you were to say you're going to work the game, it's still you playing it, and you plan on enjoying it. If you don't enjoy it, then there's no point in doing it.
I think Hideo Kojima has something to say about just watching a game.
Oh, yeah, the cutscene, the infinite cutscenes with his projects, yeah. It's funny. Remember PlayStation, that generation, PlayStation 1, it was like there was FMV was all the rage, right? There's so many cutscenes, and we were cool with it, like, cause it was telling a story. Last gen, we got away from that, but now we're going back to this thing where it's gotta tell a story. Yeah, that's great. Tell me a good story, but make it a fun game. Damn it.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be both. I mean, it can't be one without the other, in my opinion.
Well, sometimes the story doesn't have a place. Sometimes story gets in the way of the experience.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if you're making like a full-on multiplayer game or something, then yeah, I mean you don't really need a story. It's go forth and shoot.
Or in a role-playing game. Role-playing to me is more about the immersion, and that doesn't necessarily mean story. Because to me, I'm more immersed when I have true choices, true freedom, and deep customization. And if you're trying to tell a really specific story, that's on a polar end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So it's
which is why I don't understand why the Telltale games get so much love for being great storytelling when none of your choices matter. There's only one ending.
Yep. The one thing I will give the Telltale games is when you stream those, you get a lot of viewers, and people just like to talk about, it's a water cooler conversation about, oh, I made this choice here. Oh, that's interesting. Even though, it really doesn't matter, but it's just the social experience of, oh, I made a different choice, and he made this face instead of that face. Ooh, that's a great impact. He grimaced instead of...
Cut off.
You remember that.
Yeah, Bob got his arm cut off. He'll remember that.
I'm sure he will every time he looks at the stump. Thank you for that. Oh, man. Okay. Most tempting game. So these are games that have been released, and for whatever reason, a lot of us haven't bought yet in our community. Or people keep saying they want to get it, but for some reason they haven't pulled the trigger. So this is a interesting category. So far we have in here Final Fantasy 15. I know, Beard. I know. Dead Rising 4.
So good.
And I heard that the ending is shit. I don't want to spoil it, but I've already heard what happened. I'm like, that's terrible.
No, I have a completely different opinion on the ending.
Okay. We might have to get
I
into
liked
that.
it.
We'll have to get into that sometime. Maybe not tonight, but sometime. Dead Rising 4, XCOM 2, Dishonored 2. Oh, see, I got the reaction. Okay, yeah. Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2. A lot of 2s this year. Halo 5 and Grim Dawn. So we got a nice wide variety of games here. Am I missing anything? Anything you want to throw in here? Something that you've been maybe tempted to get, but for some reason you haven't pulled the trigger yet, but you keep hearing good things about it. Anything, anybody?
No, I haven't. I bought all the games I wanted.
You had me at XCOM 2.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I don't know. It's between XCOM 2 and Final Fantasy 15. But Halo 5 and Watch Dogs 2 both get honorable mention for me. Even Grim Dawn. I've heard, but people stopped talking about Grim Dawn. Like, there was a big hype for it, and then that's it. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta get this game, and then they stopped talking about it. Obi?
I hate.
Yeah.
What are you leaning towards? Let's get some of your feedback real quick before we get sidetracked. Tempting game. Something you haven't bought yet, but you're tempted to get.
And not a 1.
Okay. So nothing from Obi. All right, WarChild, what were you gonna say?
Well, mine would be XCOM 2, but I hate to say it. I have Halo 5, and it just.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hi.
Halo
Hi.
5.
Hi, Obi.
You guys can't hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah,
you.
can we? Yeah, we can't hear you.
You say you don't have a choice, or did you say something after that?
It's just it didn't feel like a traditional Halo game. I don't know why. It didn't grab me like it should have. It just felt like something was missing. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Halo fan, but I'm really tempted to go back to it because I loved Halo 2. And Halo 3 actually I really enjoyed too, but I skipped Halo 4.
4 was actually it was a masterpiece in my opinion. One of the best ones. I just don't know what it is about 5. It doesn't feel. There's no immersion.
Well, I heard the campaign is just clear room, move on, clear room, move on, very by the numbers.
I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Visually, it looks beautiful, but just missing something.
Plus, it gets dropped off the list because technically you can get Halo for free if all you want to do the multiplayer. So it's kind of a moot point now because they got the what is it called, the Forge that's free for everybody now. So Obi, did you think of one?
No.
Oh, okay. So why'd you ask if we heard you?
Because you're like nothing from Obi, and I didn't think you guys could hear me.
Oh yeah, I said nothing as in you have no choice. You said not a 1. That's nothing. Obi. Now he's playing League of Legends. He's definitely gonna be scatterbrained. Oh, get the creep! Oh, you stole my hit, my last hit! Oh, you bastard! All right. What's yours, Beard? What are you leaning towards? Anything that tempts
I don't know.
you bought.
I went on
everything you
a buying spree and just was like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy all these games. And they're just gonna sit for a while until I get around to playing them.
So there's no game that we've been talking about that you haven't bought yet that you're mildly interested in now because of how excited we are about it?
No, I don't care about Halo. Watch Dogs 2.
How about
I've
Doom?
seen gameplay of.
How about Doom? No?
It's Doom. It's super metal. I will buy it at some point. It's just not. There's nothing tempting because I have The Last Guardian to still beat.
I'm going to put you down for Doom. That sounds like a vote.
Thank you.
Fine. Fine, we'll give it to Doom.
About to give me a Doom tattoo before this is all over with.
That's right. I think when I heard about Final Fantasy 15, it kind of turned me away from it. And there's another thing that turned me off to it. They keep mentioning the Kingsguard card game, but you can't play it in game. And to me, the mini games are a big attraction for Final Fantasy, especially the card games like Final Fantasy 8. The card game? Hello. So
You'd think that they would have done that, but it doesn't need it.
Yeah, but
it honestly doesn't need it.
I'm hearing from a lot of people that are hardcore fans that it feels like they spend a lot of time in the beginning half of the game, and then you could tell the end is rushed. Like they finally said, hey, it's been 10 years, let's just get this out there. Like they probably meant to put the Kingsguard in there. They probably meant to put more dungeons in there, and all this other stuff. Like, so I don't know.
I disagree. There's a lot post-game, or there's a lot post-beating the game that you can do.
Okay.
There's a lot out there that's still... Or you can do what some people are doing and just murder everything before Chapter 10, and then once Chapter 10 through 15 hits, you're like, oh, cool, now I'm done. Wait for the DLC.
Alright, well, it's tempting then. Final Fantasy 15 will get it because I'm tempted. I really want to see if it's really as bad or good as people say it is. But I wanted to say XCOM 2 because that's a game that's like that you never see it drop in price, and I'm a big XCOM fan, but I'm really curious to find out.
They had, I think, an expansion or another one coming out soon.
Oh God, I know.
They have a trailer for it already, or IGN reviewed it.
I'm gonna have to play original XCOM on PC. Well, not the original, but like the last XCOM that came out before this one.
Yeah, on 360. Well, I played on 360. Oh, Xbox One/360. It was nice.
Yeah, I have it on PC. I'm gonna probably play that for Not So Retro Friday.
All I'm gonna say is this: find cover. Do not stay open.
Oh,
Just
God.
get in that cover.
The worst part about that game is when they introduced the mind control mechanic. Oh, what a freaking piece of shit.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, the aliens start mind controlling you and turning your own guys against you. So if you have that one really buff person and he's overextended, they turn them on you and you're like, fuck. And I heard XCOM 2 is brutally hard, even on easy.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that permadeath is gonna, you'd be like, oh, I got all this cool gear, and this guy, nope, nah, he died, and I lost it all. Yay.
That's how I feel. It's like you're sitting there, you become attached to the character to the point where whenever you see their head get blown off, you're sitting here like, I don't want to play no more. This game sucks.
Lots of raging in this one. All right, next category. I'm happy with those choices, a lot of variety, but moving on. Most exciting, unique, and fun concept. I would say or fun concept. So this is just a game that's great conceptually, at least on paper, but then maybe not so much when you play it. So far we have No Man's Sky, Recore, Rocket League, Ark, Astroneer, Dead by Daylight, 7 Days to Die, Paladins, and The Division. I'm going to get rid of Paladins because I don't think enough people have played it to really speak to it. But I do like the concept of that. Take a MOBA and make it more medieval. That's pretty cool. So what do you guys think? Anything you want to add in here? Something you like conceptually, but it's out. You're able to play it. You're able to play it, but it's more of a good concept, not so much a good game.
WWE 2K17.
The what? You both answered. All right, Beard first. What'd you say?
I'm gonna say of what's there, Dead by Daylight gets it.
Okay.
Because it's interesting. It has its merits, but subpar, and the Friday the 13th game just shits all over it.
Interesting. Yeah. I get.
No Man's Sky could have been cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. That's just if they had made it more like the minigame from Kingdom Hearts 1, where you had to build your gummy ships and fly them around.
Gummy ships. Oh, it's so good, dude. Stop it. You're making me nostalgic again. Not Retro Friday yet. Actually, it is. It is Friday.
It's Friday.
Damn.
Yeah,
fire up some retro shit.
There you go.
Boom.
All right, what's yours? What are you leaning towards, WarChild?
I said WWE 2K17. The concept is cool. It's not as good as it used to be, especially with the controls.
How do you fuck up a fighting game?
I don't know. Like I said
There's
on a
fighting
previous
game that they've
episode,
been making for 30 years.
because when it
They made
used
a
to be
fun
actual
fighting game with
wrestling,
2 buttons.
when it used to be an actual wrestling game, it was good. But then it became like a whole button mash, quick time event, struggle to get your character to tap out of a move or break out of a submission move type deal.
See, QTE right there. There's only certain scenarios where that's allowable, but to me, a lot of times it's just lazy. Like, I don't want to play Simon. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, so yours is WWE 2K17.
Yeah, because again, like Beard said, they've been doing it for so long to the point where it's like it's just too much. It could have been better.
A community submission here for most tempting game is golf with your friends. Oh, I did hear good things about that. Yeah, I'll put that in there. That's from Fatal Blades.
Golf with your friends.
I actually heard that's a really fun game.
What's up, Fatal?
And he says Sandbox Rust for best sandbox. We didn't get to the best sandbox game yet, but we'll keep that in mind. And he said disappointing Mighty Number 9. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Mighty Number 9. All right, Obi, what are you picking for most exciting, unique, and/or fun concept? So basically, which game is the best conceptually? A high concept game, ideally. That's what we're looking for. Like, is that a great concept?
Really don't have one.
Nothing?
Sorry.
No?
Nope. Nothing.
No? Not even Rocket
Farm
League?
Simulator.
I guess you could. I
Farm
could put
Simulator.
Rocket League in that,
Farm
but
Simulator.
like, I don't
Farm
know.
League.
Yeah, Farm League. I really don't have like I play so many games and I play them for like the games that I do play for different reasons. So I really don't really. I guess Rocket League would be the best one for me. I guess.
Okay.
Farm League, the Chocobo edition.
Now, oh yeah, Blades has a good one for best concept, but Gang Beasts. But Gang Beasts is actually fun to play too. That's like a couch co-op experience as well. That you could do, or couch competitive at least.
There's
the one with the weird like inflatable tube jelly monster type guys.
Yep.
Tough to move.
Yep.
Yeah. That
That's
game
a
looks
troll.
dope.
That game is such a troll fest, yeah. This is a tough one for me. I would say Astroneer, but that's still very much an early access game. So I understand why there isn't as much to do in it. So it's a very good start, and it's already a better game, better No Man's Sky than No Man's Sky is. It does the space exploration thing well, and it has 4-player co-op. So it's a
Subnautica in space.
Yep. So I'm gonna go with Ark Survival Evolved, just because from what little I got to experience myself, it just didn't feel complete, even though people love it. I don't know. It didn't draw me in. Maybe I missed something. I don't get the hype yet.
Just don't starve with dinosaurs.
Yeah, and that sounds great, and I love dinosaurs, but so conceptually it's fantastic, but as a game, I'm like, not quite there yet. So there's potential there. So that's my choice, Ark Survival.
Well, it's still early release.
Yeah, but it's had more time to evolve than a game like Astroneer, I feel.
Yeah.
Astroneer is still very young.
Isn't that still an alpha?
Yeah, and if you're on Xbox, it's the ubiquitous game preview program, which is their version of early access, basically. It could be an alpha, it could be a beta, who knows? So then you get like the game preview that's like very much alpha, and then you get the one that's a little more fleshed out, like close to launch. But like it'll do like that thing like Ark's kind of doing, where it's like an infinite beta, like it's close to launching, but not yet. You know what I mean? Like they keep edging it. Like that's weird. Like let's just keep biding our time. So, as long as we stay in early access or game preview, then preview program, then we have an excuse for when something sucks.
It's like a joystick tease.
Yep, there you go.
Well, it's better than the games that just don't get updated at all, and you think that the devs have just abandoned it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. Because then, you know, a lot of times what they'll do, they'll get out of early access, release, and then never come back to it. That's definitely worse. So I'd rather they stay in beta and you know it's still an active. Because they do have to, most programs, in order to stay in that early access kind of pool, they need to consistently release updates, at least announcements, you know, so there's some kind of progress. So good point on that.
Yeah. Games like that are pretty funny though, because there's that horrible Rambo game that came out years ago, and they released content for it years after. So interesting.
Mercenary King is a better Rambo game. Just gonna put that out there.
I love Mercenary Kings. Mercenary Kings are more like a Metal Slug game. The Rambo game was
that's true.
Just bad. Customizable Metal Slug.
Metal Slug itself kind of has some throwbacks to Rambo anyway. It's just done in a very Japanese, exaggerated way.
Yeah, but this Rambo game was just horribly put together.
Yeah, most Rambo games have been bad. Remember Rambo on NES? Oh boy, that game was rough.
I remember the one on PC.
Oh god, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I'm masochistic. I played them and I got through them, but man, was it punishing. All right. So next category: best promo or limited freebie game. So this is a Unicorn Poopie that will award to a game that was either given away for free as a promotion, a limited freebie, like maybe Games with Gold, PlayStation Plus kind of thing, or Ubi 30, you know, any kind of celebration, you know, here, take it for free, a limited time offer. And because of that, more than likely a lot of people played it or they had a resurgence, etc. So this could be a really old game, or it could be a fairly new game. Yeah, and you guys have some stuff in mind.
Yeah, the best games I got for free with the PlayStation Plus membership: Rocket League and
Rocket League.
Guacamelee.
Guacamelee, that's a good one. That was.
I got that one for free. And Rogue Legacy. Those
Rogue
are the
Legacy
ones...
free this past year?
I think it was free January last year.
Yeah, you're right, because it's pretty recent on console as a port. Yeah, I gotta admit, you guys did get some really kick-ass indie freebies on PlayStation Plus this year or last year.
I'm waiting for Terraria to be the free game.
That'd be awesome.
If I have to buy it a fifth time, I will, but I won't like it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't regret the purchase. Wouldn't regret it, especially with the new content. Because on the 360, the content that the PC had, it wasn't coming for a while.
Yeah, they just got the 1.3 update, or it's in the pipelines now, rather.
Nice.
All right, so let's get
mine was XCOM.
Was XCOM free this past year?
It was I bought it a while ago on the 360, well, the Xbox One. Matter of fact, it was I played it for Extra Life.
But was it free in 2016?
It was, maybe it might have been free. Yeah, because I think that's when I got my Xbox in 2016.
I believe you. I put it up for XCOM. I don't remember that though. I would have snagged that. I must have missed that. All right. We also have Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, which I still don't think gets enough love. Just Cause 2, Earthlock, The Crew, Dungeon Keeper, big fan of that. Unraveled, and of course we said Rocket League, Guacamelee, Rogue Legacy, and XCOM. Obi, what are you leaning towards?
That one's gonna be Rocket League.
All right. Did you actually get it for free too?
Yes.
Yeah, on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
That was easily the best, because it was the same day as launch. They're just like, here, have this game for free.
Yeah, that was a good launch. And brought a lot of hoopla.
For that first month, before everyone started getting good at that game was excellent.
Yep. Now
Once
it's all
people
the
started getting
sides.
good at it, ugh.
Yeah. Dude, and everywhere you turn, people were talking about Rocket League. Like, you couldn't avoid it. Even if you weren't a PlayStation gamer, you were like, damn, what is this Rocket League everybody keeps talking about? So
That's
yours is
because
Rocket
they
League?
dumped all of their ad budget into Twitch.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Influencer marketing.
Good
They
idea.
were handing out codes left and right for that game.
I'm going to have to go with Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, though Dungeon Keeper is pretty close for me. That's one of my all-time favorite games, but you know, here's Van Helsing. Those games are really fun. I love Van Helsing has a lot of things that Diablo 3 should have had, like the customization in there and the pets. It's such a deep game, and when you play it with friends, it's super challenging and just amazing. Like the boss battles, everything about that game is great. It's janky in parts, but it's just got so much more depth and customization than Diablo 3. Even though Diablo 3 is fantastic, it's too much of an on-rails dungeon crawler, and I think Van Helsing is doing it right. It's a great series overall, and when they put that free, I was like, yes, thank you. That's my choice.
I wish
Pick it up
Diablo
if you don't
3
get
was
it.
free.
Yeah, right?
Especially with the, let me see, I think the Darkening of Tristram event's going to end this month, at the end of this month.
Oh, shit, I need to get into that, that's right. All
Yeah.
the Blizzard games are doing the Diablo event for the 20-year anniversary.
If you had a PlayStation, we could have been playing.
I have it on Xbox and PC. I'm not getting it in the third system.
If you had you're not committed then.
No, it's too much.
Gotta put forth that effort.
It's too much, too much.
It's never too much.
And we just got a picture of a cat in our Discord. He's listening to the podcast. Nice.
Pausecast.
Podcast. I like that. We should totally coin that. Anytime someone uses that, they pay us royalties. We'll split it. You know, 5 ways or something, I guess, for the main people that actually consistently contribute to the network. So we'll get like 10 cents every 6 months each. You know, residual earnings. All
I
right,
believe it's called passive income.
that's right. Smart passive income. Good podcast. You should listen to that.
When the bills pay themselves.
Mm-hmm. One day, right? One day, that's the dream.
The goal we're all trying to strive for.
It's funny. I've had a lot of people contact me recently, and they're like, "Oh man, your Alexa rating, you're in like the top 1% of websites. It says here you're getting over 7 million visitors a day," and I'm like, "Great, pay me money." And then they're like, "Well, what happened was." Like people they see the Alexa rankings and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Can I put a banner there?" Like, yeah, sure. Money? You're gonna get a free spot. The fuck? This ain't charity. Listen.
Yeah.
We give
Plus
a lot
Google's
of stuff free.
oversaturated too. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, we do a lot of stuff free. We help people out, but at some point we gotta pay bills, man. We have families to feed.
Understandable.
All right. Best compilation or serialized / episodic game. I was gonna make it just compilation, but I think the serialized and episodic games should be kind of thrown in there too, because they kind of have a similar formula. So in here we have Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, Hitman, Life is Strange, and then I'm gonna throw back. This is a throwback right here: the Orange Box and Mass Effect Trilogy. And why are they relevant? Because of backwards compatibility. Suck it. And also people are still talking about Half-Life 3 and Team Fortress 2, so it's still relevant. They still play them. So there you go. Am I missing any compilations? Any?
I mean, they did
Exciting
do
games.
kind of Mass Effect, but you know, like you said, it was just a whole we got a new system. Let's put some games on it type deal.
Yeah.
No, the Mass Effect trilogy coming back was it's a refresher course
Yeah.
to kind of build the hype train for Andromeda coming, and it's like what they're doing with the Kingdom Hearts remasters, all 38 of them, till eventually everyone's all caught up, so Kingdom Hearts 3 can finally happen.
it all planned out. But we don't want to add any other collections or episodic games in here?
Medal of Honor.
Games are trash.
Medal of Honor hasn't had anything fresh. Is it still relevant? Is people still talk about that game?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I'll put it in there. Medal of Honor.
You just don't know, dude.
I mean, it used to be the shit. I haven't heard anybody talk about it recently. Alright, so, anybody got their mind made up yet? Know what they're leaning towards? I'll tell you what.
Give it to the Handsome Collection.
See, I was going to say, Handsome Collection seems like the clear winner. But
it's half crap.
Yeah, well, here's the other thing. It's not even that. You buy the Handsome Collection, and you're paying more for it, because that game barely goes on sale. You could buy them cheaper if you just buy them last gen, individually.
Wait a minute. I think that was free on PlayStation. Yeah, that was free on PlayStation. PS Plus.
You sure it was free, or was it the all access thing? They had like a free play week.
No, I still got it.
Okay. So
that was before I got my PS4.
So you lucked out. Now that's a good freebie right there.
I mean,
Borderlands 2? Yeah.
Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and well, it didn't come with the very first one on PlayStation because they didn't have Borderlands on there. Still,
that's not the
good mix.
Collection, and that's a semi-handsome collection.
What that be called?
Pre-sequel's hot garbage. Borderlands 2 was great.
Yeah, the Sloth collection can't be handsome.
I'll play Borderlands 2 anytime.
The slightly good-looking collection. Yeah, Borderlands 2 is a classic.
Now, all right. So my choice, if I had to choose one, I wanted to lean towards Hitman because not many people have talked about it, but a few people that actually have played Hitman say nothing but good things about it. They say that the fact that they released everything piecemeal actually is a credit to the way they're handling it now, and it seems like it's going to be something that they're going to do more often, not just with Hitman, with other franchises. So I kind of like that because I think it's good. To me, I'm more confident if a company puts out a solid product and they put it out like in a small piece to give you a taste of it, and then if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it anymore, rather than dropping lots of money and then finding out it's a turd. And I think for a lot of games it works. It shouldn't be everything shouldn't be like that, but for Hitman, something like Hitman, it makes sense. Like release episodes that are give you a bunch of different missions, different maps, different experiences. And then they had the free content with the Santa. What did they call it? The Christmas Massacre. That's what it was. You get to dress up as Santa Claus and all that craziness. It's pretty cool. But I haven't played Hitman, so I can't really speak to it. So my choice will have to be the orange box because, I still go back to Team Fortress 2 sometimes and the old Half-Life games, and still, it's still the best value game. Like, if you can find the orange box on any platform, just buy it. Like, if you don't own it yet, just get it. What are you waiting for? It's still worth owning. Like, it's such a great collection of games. Portal, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 1, you got freaking Team Fortress 2 in there. I mean, what else do you need to say? It's awesome.
I'm feeling shame now because it's been how many years? And I said I'm going to buy that game. I never bought it.
You could probably get it for like $1 on 360.
You're probably right.
And it's so worth it.
I should have got it when it was $20. I mean, I'm saying that because from the typical price, it was $20 at the time on 360, and I'm like, but I don't know why I never brought myself to do it.
But you can get all those games on Steam. They're always on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, I think I remember why. Because I told y'all about my Half-Life experience where I was on a train. I took the train to the first part of the level. Yeah, and the train froze.
Yeah.
The game beat me before I could even really play.
Yep. Yeah. But still, you gotta own this. This is... I mean, I'm putting over Mass Effect, and I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. But it's just, as far as, like, the best value in gaming, Orange Box is still. I've never seen the compilation that's come close to. I can't think of it. And nothing else comes to mind. I'll probably think about it after the show, but right now, I can't think of anything else that it's like wow. And Humble Bundle doesn't count. It needs to be like something that's packaged as a compilation, not aftermarket.
Come on, those 58 games on one disc of the shovelware tier Genesis games are high on your list?
Oh, the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis / Mega Drive collection.
Oh, that thing.
I actually like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna put on the
It's
list.
not bad. I didn't even know there's a third Golden Axe until I got that.
That's the one I forgot to put in there. I still play those through that collection. Yeah. Oh, you know what's another good one? The Mega Man Legacy collection.
I think
But-
I had that for the GameCube.
The GameCube one, you know what's funny about that? The GameCube one is the best one. It's the most comprehensive set. The one they released, the Legacy collection they released for this generation, it actually has less games. It has like half the games in it. Like what? But they HD remastered them and added new content. What do you do? It's like okay,
Yeah.
but it's half the games that it had before on a smaller format. How does that make sense? You got Blu-ray and you can't pack more content on there? Wow.
You can put every regular Nintendo game on a Blu-ray.
Dude, that wouldn't even take up it'd take up less than 1% of the space. You talk about, NES games are like in kilobytes. They're not even megabytes. That's how small they are.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, fill that thing up. Shoot.
Yeah.
Might as well help the competition out, too. Like, just, I don't know, put Knights on there, put some Mario games.
Just start stuffing every game, anything you can find, just shovel it all in there.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Throw in the Mega Man hentai and fan art. Fuck it. You need a secret code to access it.
Up, up, down, down. I don't know.
So we have Borderlands Enhancement Collection, the Orange Box, and Medal of Honor from Obi. What's your choice, Warchild? Did you land on anything? Sonic Ultimate Genesis / Mega Drive Collection? That's what you want.
I might just stick with the Mass Effect, because,
Okay.
it's a good series. Third one's a little spotty, but still good.
All right. I'm down with that. All right. Next category is game with the most potential, in parentheses, still. Like, there's still more we see for the franchise to come. I forgot you put this in here, Taylor.
Yeah, sorry about Scalebound.
The sad trombone.
That game almost that game almost sold me an Xbox One.
I was
Games with
ready
most
to get
potential.
it.
My choice is Rust.
Okay, Obi says Rust. That's a good choice. Yeah, and the Scalebound thing, I had a gut feeling. I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to say anything. But when because the reason I thought it was releasing December 2016, it was because that was when it was scheduled, and then they pushed it up a year out. And then Microsoft like, fuck that, and they told Platinum Games to fuck off, and they canceled it altogether. That's tragic. But
Yogi, if you're the reason we get Mass Effect canceled, I don't want to be part of the show anymore.
it's not gonna cancel. They're not gonna cancel it.
They're like, I think it's gonna get pushed back. I think they might cancel it. Yeah, they canceled it. Sorry, Warchild. Like,
They're not
okay.
canceling Mass Effect. That's crazy talk. They might
Video
change it.
games will die, as far as I'm concerned. It's just no point in gaming anymore.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. Oh, Blade says Pamela as most potential, but did that release yet? I thought it hasn't released. It has to be something that released already and had more potential. Well, no, it doesn't have to release. As long as it has potential, yeah, that's fine. We'll take that. I don't know if the Pamela. I remember a bunch of people talking about that, and then it got quiet. I could have sworn that it hasn't released yet. Pamela, it's like what was it? And it's a single L. I remember that being like cyberpunk kind of thing.
Oh, was that a Cyberpunk 2099? Is that what I'm thinking of? Never mind, because I remember a trailer from a long time ago.
This is the official website I put in the chat. It's PamelaGame.com. Yeah, it's got a really crazy looking website, so you can check it out. Yeah, I remember it being kind of like cyberpunkish. No, it doesn't have to be released. It's just a lot of potential. But I think ideally I would lean more towards it hasn't been released and hasn't really realized its full potential. So we have games like Rust, Trove, Ark, The Division, 20XX, War for the Overworld, which is a Dungeon Keeper spiritual successor. Scalebound, I'm keeping it on there because maybe magically it'll be released. By
You had me sold on that game too, especially after I saw the trailer, because I saw the trailer a week before they canceled it. I felt so crushed.
Yes. Oh, Cyberpunk 2099 got scrapped. It was supposed to be the Shadowrun MMO. That's right. Yeah. The Fallout MMO.
Yeah.
That never happened either. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I got so many people hyped on Scalebound, and I feel so bad about that. That is really a sad trombone moment. It's just.
Do we have one?
Do we? Yeah, we'll get it.
Almost had me buying.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Almost had me buying an Xbox One.
I mean,
Almost.
dude, like, to me, that game screamed Final Fantasy meets Panzer Dragoon. That's how it played out in my head. And then the fact they had me at 4-player co-op, and then the Dragons was just like the icing on the cake. Like, what?
Yeah.
4-player co-op and Dragons? Oh, please. What are you gonna say next?
Usually you fight dragons.
women?
What?
How can you make it better? Free ice cream for everybody that buys the game? Oh my God! What? How you can't get better than that,
I'm pre-ordering it. Give me that double scoop.
dude.
Give me that double scoop.
That makes me so sad. I had the game pre-ordered too. I had it pre-ordered.
Go get your money back.
I just remembered that. Yeah, check. Oh, damn. That's so sad. All right. So, most potential. So, like, this is something like, it's a game that's not necessarily bad, but you know it hasn't really fulfilled what it could really be. So, Obi said Rust. Is that what your final answer, Obi?
Yes.
Okay. Beard, what are you leaning towards? Oh, let me throw in Astroneer, too. Beard, you have any? Alright, we'll come back to you.
20XX seems...
Pretty complete.
I don't know what more they can do, really. It's just going to be more enemies and more environments, but I feel like the rogue nature of it, the roguelike nature of it makes it limitless anyway, so...
And the daily challenges and the kind of social aspects, yeah. I think it's complete. I threw in there just kind of provide a baseline, you know. I think they could do more with it, but I think it is a pretty complete game, so it's good where it's
the only thing left is just to make it more Mega Man.
Yeah. Warchild, are you thinking anything yet?
Call me crazy. I'm going with Destiny. Because it's like,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a good choice.
Because even now I'm like still playing it, but it's getting better. I feel like they're still trying to listen to the community, despite the fact it takes a good minute. But they're trying to change it, hopefully for the better. Especially since they said Destiny 2 is supposed to have a little bit more immersive features, like your ship is actually going to be used as a ship, not just a conversation piece.
If you can't change your hairstyle after you create your character, I'm done. I'm gonna be a stubborn bitch about that. It's like, really?
That is true.
The only way to change your
some,
hairstyle in Destiny is to delete your character and make a new character. Really?
Yeah, I'm getting tired of wearing this face paint on my dude.
Yeah, like, you can't change your face paint. You can't get new tattoos. Like, that's what lasers are for,
you can wear cool helmets.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. The part of the fun of Destiny, like, all right, if you don't like PvP, fine, Because PvP is a big part of Destiny. I'm sorry, the PvE
it was garbage for a minute though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, let's be honest. If it didn't have PvP, that game would be shallow as fuck. But I'm not gonna get into that. But the biggest part of Destiny, outside of all that, is going to the tower and having your helmet off, and everybody just showing off how the character look and showing off dance moves. And, oh, look at my dance move. That's all you do. Like, just for no reason whatsoever, just dance. I mean, I used to watch Beard stream all the time, just dancing. And like, damn, this game looks tight. And 90% of his gameplay was just him dancing in the tower and inventory management. I swear. Sorting my inventory. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Blade says Half-Life 3, the game with the most potential. Yeah. Troll-lol-lol-lol.
One day, despite the fact they said it's not going to be here. We'll see.
Yo, them Destiny dance parties were great.
They were great. Except when some asshole would knock you off the side rail. Like, really, dude? You couldn't dance on a rail next to me?
The only way someone can interact with you is if they're in your group.
Party, yeah.
So that would be Joe. He thought it was funny. He was right.
It is funny, actually.
Yeah.
Dying in the tower doesn't get better than that. Like, what? It's like the little glitch in, what was the other planet they had? Not the main tower, the new social hub. Was it Venus?
No, it was in the asteroid belt.
The asteroid belt, yeah. You know how... Did you know that the glitch where you could jump towards the wall and fall all the way down and walk down the bottom of the area?
Yep.
Stupid shit like
I could
that.
never do it, but
yeah, it's hard to do. But that's the kind of stuff that keeps Destiny interesting. But you know, I will concede Destiny has potential. I think when they finally release all the content, you know, for $10, and say, oh, Destiny 2 will come out in a year and a half, then I'll jump in.
They do need to fix that because the pricing's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm still mad that everything I worked so hard for, gone. It's like, oh.
Oh, yeah. They nerf everything that
put
you
in all that
so
work
hard
for all these. Yeah.
Oh, well.
At the end of year 1, start of year 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck that. Nope. I mean, people. I need so many friends. I was one of the lucky ones. I got my what's the fucking rocket launcher that everybody was.
Gjallarhorn.
Gjallarhorn. There you go.
Gjallarhorn, yeah.
I got mine first try, and then I got like 3 of them back to back. And I had friends that were playing from the very beginning, and they never got a Gjallarhorn until the very end. And then
I got mine the week before they nerfed it.
Yep, exactly. I heard that story from so many people. Like, hey, got mine, and now it's worthless. Yay!
Yeah.
Yep.
Gjallarhorn is the main reason why I even still play on PlayStation, because I used to play on Xbox, so all of a sudden I get on PlayStation to play with some friends. Lo and behold, that falls through, so I'm like, well, my first exotic, whatever it is, if it's a really good exotic, I guess I keep playing on PlayStation. Very first one was Gjallarhorn.
Well, and you know, Gjallarhorn was a problem because it was easy mode unlocked. It just took the strategy out of it. Like, just kill it with fire, you know? Done.
You couldn't even join a group without it.
Yeah.
You must have Gjallarhorn.
Like, everybody has to get, oh, you don't have a Gjallarhorn? Oh, sorry. Dropped. Yeah, it was bad.
Keep moving, noob.
Alright, so my choice, I was going to say The Division, but after the sad trombone, I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to say Scalebound could still somehow release. And there's just so much potential there.
It's never happening.
No, don't say that. This is like, this and Panzer Dragoon Saga, like, 2 of my most hopeful things.
Unless somebody picks it up and changes the name of it.
Go back and play like God Eater or Monster Hunter.
Alright.
Maybe.
You're so confident, and I trust your judgment. You're so confident it's not going to happen in any form, so I won't choose that. I'll say The Division just because Division is fantastic right now, but I think there's still much more we're going to see done with that foundation. I mean, they're just now releasing the 3rd expansion. The 3rd paid expansion because the other ones, the first two were free. People forget that.
That was Falcon Lost and Clear Skies.
Yeah. Yep. So definitely gonna. I think I have really high hopes for the Division. Sadly, Ghost Recon Wildlands, I think it's gonna be more what people wanted Division to be. Sans the Dark Zone aspect, and I think it's gonna cannibalize the community for the Division. That's what I'm worried about. It's such a great game. I'm gonna be on Wildlands, but I think they can coexist. That's what I'm looking to say. So anyway, next category. This is a Unicorn Poopy that will go to the game that we might really miss. This is a game that is gone or is going or is set to be killed off for some one way or another. Maybe a canceled project, perhaps. A game that's slowly dying off and it's probably gonna die completely soon, something like that. A game like Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, which was canceled a few months ago. Fable Legends, remember that? Defiance.
Wasn't much of a loss, though.
The what?
Wasn't much of a loss in my opinion.
There's potential there, but yeah. That's what I say. We might miss it. We might really miss it. Like you might say now, like but you might end up missing it later. Mine, one that I have to put in here for sure is Defiance. That's an MMO that a lot of people haven't played and it doesn't get enough love. I think people got stuck on the fact that there was a show, and whenever you tie something to a license, it's always dangerous. Like you get Quantum Break, great game, but tying it to a show, put it in a dangerous territory. Defiance showed us what an MMO could look like on consoles, and it's amazing. I think it's better than Destiny, and it was years ahead of Destiny. So that's
Is it on Xbox?
360, yeah, and PC.
Okay, because I remember playing it on PS4. I'm sitting there like, if you're talking about it like that, maybe I'll try and give it a second shot.
If Defiance is on PS4, that's dope. They need to get on an Xbox One if that's the case. Because it has crossplay. Like, in that game, 360 players were able to play with PC players. And the most amazing thing, that world was massive. You had different vehicles, different Doom buggies and motorcycles and ATVs and all this stuff you could ride around on. And there was virtually no loading. Like, virtually no loading, virtually no sharding or instancing. It was crazy. The only time it really instanced was, like, the dungeons where you had to go, like, underground or go to a whole new area. Because it was a whole massive thing in itself, but like the open world, the overworld was like so seamless. For like last gen, it was an impressive feat, like what they did with that game. And like you'd have hundreds of players fighting these boss battles where these things will fall out of the sky and drop down, and then everybody in the air will be alerted and they'd go fight these bosses. And you had to have 100 players fighting one boss. Like Defiance is amazing, and when it's gone, it's going to be too late to play it. Another game I'll throw out there, Dawngate, StarCraft, because StarCraft's pretty much dead because no more esports. But it's still in my community. But if you're looking for StarCraft 3, never going to happen. Of course, Scalebound. I think we're going to miss it the more we think about it, what it could have been. And Tribes Ascend, the high-res game that got killed off because Smite got too big and too popular. Tribes is Halo before Halo. Just saying.
Say Battleborn.
But Battleborn's probably gonna die. Okay, I'll put that in there. Battleborn.
We all gotta die sometime.
So, anybody, Obi, you have any picks here?
No.
No, not Dawngate? You're not ever gonna miss that game?
What's the what was the
game that we might really miss one day?
I am gonna not really miss, but I am gonna miss Dawngate.
Farm Simulator.
Farm Sim's still here, homie.
For now, when those goats die out, the game's done.
Yeah.
I don't think that series is going anywhere. That company's doing pretty well, and I like them too because they're always cool about giving us review copies and stuff. They're good company. Good company.
Run.
This is a tough one for me, but I want to say Scalebound, but it's hard to miss something when you get to actually play it, and I think it's something that's amazing in my head because of what we saw. But I guess it Defiance, because I have so many good memories in it. That it was an MMO that didn't have the bullshit of MMOs. Like, it had, like, imagine Borderlands on a massive scale.
Well, what do you think about PlanetSide?
PlanetSide, I wanted it to be the same thing. The problem with PlanetSide is, like, the battles to me are really boring. A lot of times it's just people, you have a cajillion people on one side and a cajillion people on the other side, and no one crosses over to fight. Like, you're just shooting across an invisible wall at each other. I don't know. For some reason, every time you have a massive battle, the scale is amazing in that game, but I never found the battles compelling. And I've played PlanetSide 2 a lot on PC, and it's cool, but nah, the scale is there, but it doesn't. I don't find the gunplay fun. I don't know. Something about it is missing. Yeah. Beard? He's not back yet. WarChild, what are you leaning towards? You said Battleborn, so there was a reason for that. You think that game's gonna die?
About Battleborn. It died early. Mine, I would actually have to worry about. Oh no, they're supposedly gonna make another Diablo, but I worry that game would die out because it's one of my favorite games, and it's really come back, in my opinion, especially after the very first release of the third one.
Dude,
you couldn't.
Blizzard games are like immortal. People are still playing Warcraft 3 mods, for Pete's sake.
But you just said that StarCraft is dying, right?
Yeah, I say that more. I say it only jokingly because there's no more esports for StarCraft, so there won't be a StarCraft 3. But they'll keep supporting StarCraft 2. There just won't be a StarCraft 3 more than likely.
I just hope that Diablo stays relevant. It's a good game.
Yeah, I think that one's
especially
safe.
for a dungeon crawler.
Yeah, I think Diablo's safe. I think it's safer than StarCraft for sure.
And I was gonna say, if it wasn't Diablo, then I'd probably say something like a Terraria or even Starbound now, because I recently found out about Starbound. I've known about it. Couldn't get it at the time because of the money, but playing it now, I'm like, yeah, it's actually a pretty viable game. I hate to see it go.
Do you think Terraria is gonna die anytime soon?
I mean, don't get me wrong, the novelty of a 2D Minecraft is always awesome, but eventually the stuff is going to get kind of repetitive. And
the thing that's going to keep a game like that relevant constantly is the fact that there's peer-to-peer hosting. Like, you can run your own server, so like the company can't just cut the server off and pull the EA on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty safe. Same thing with Starbound. Like even StarCraft, like with StarCraft 2, they're going to treat that as a platform because now they have the StarCraft arcade thing in there, and there's going to be endless content there, all this stuff ported over from Warcraft 3 and the new content being made, like all the tower defenses, the role-playing games, people make all the mods, like MOBAs, It's gonna stay busy. It's going to be a platform, like a sandbox environment. So I think those are safe. But
I guess all my games are good then. So
I mean, I'll put you down for Terraria / Starbound. I'm just saying, I think those games are pretty safe, at least for another 2-3 years. So you won't have to miss it yet. Beard, you back yet?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Oh, you're leaving again?
No, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna let you guys finish this one out.
So is your choice Scalebound? in this
That
category?
game looks... It could have been cool. I'm sure something... If there's a market and a desire for it, someone will make something in that vein.
So is there any game that's dying, that's dead, that's gone, that you think one day you're gonna miss it because you're gonna be like, well, there's nothing like this, at least right now.
Oh yeah, there's only one game that I can look at and say I really missed that game.
Okay.
And that was Mag.
I knew it.
Seriously,
Yeah.
there isn't a game like that.
Okay.
There's no large-scale, team-based first-person shooter like that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I wish they would have, instead of making that stupid version of Def Jam for 360, was it? You remember the Def Jam fighting games, like
Yeah.
Def Jam Fight for New York and Def
Those
Jam
were
Vendetta?
fun, man. They were stupid.
Yeah.
They were just stupid fun.
Yeah, I wish they would make another one, but go back to the original formula, not that stupid. We're gonna add a turntable to it, and hopefully it's gonna be good type deal.
Why
That's
didn't
what killed
they?
the last one.
So you want to change your answer to Def Jam?
Yeah, I'll change it to that because I really missed that game. It was fun, especially creating your own character.
Yeah, the creative character in that game was fantastic.
And,
It's
and
like-
like you were saying, it's like one of those stories. It didn't really have a deep storyline, but yet it kind of immersed you in it. So it was all about the role playing aspect of it.
Well, you know, it's crazy too. Like this generation, and even the second half of last gen, games have become so homogenized, regurgitated, and just uninspired. The early stuff was so ambitious. Like what was that one game? It was a game where it was a brawler type of thing, and it was like a fight club where like you earn like points for your style and stuff. I think it was called The Club. Remember that?
I was
Anybody?
thinking,
See, exactly. No one remembers it.
was it for the Kinect?
No, I don't think so. I think this predates the Connect. I remember they had a demo for it. I remember really enjoying the demo, but I never got it for whatever reason. But every time I played the demo, I'm like, man, this is a cool game. Why is anybody playing this? I don't know. And people that played it loved it, but that never caught on. I don't know. Something weird happened there. I don't know. I'll have to look into it sometime. So guys, we took care of a lot of categories. We only got about 40, 50 left to go. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
You went a little overboard there.
I know. We're being thorough, man. Look, there's no shortage of stuff to discuss for the next few weeks, months.
By the time, like I said, by the time we get done, it's going to be the end of next year.
No shit.
Well, we'll skip the news and formalities next week and just go straight into the categories. This time for realsies. We'll have categories, and we're still doing the games. There's other non-game stuff, but we got most underrated game, most overrated game, most controversial game, most weird game. Of course, the sandbox game. Yeah,
Scoring.
This stuff coming. There's going to be discussions to be had.
2018, and we're going to be still talking about goddamn fucking best of 16.
That's right. But now you're back, Opie, so you get to be part of the conversation.
I'm good.
Nice. Thanks, Opie. Good job.
Farm Simulator.
This is a let's give this default answer for everything. Farm sim. Farm sim. George Washington. What?
Sexiest game of the year. Farm Simulator.
Yo, them tractors are on point.
Word. So, Beard, where can people find you when you're not doing podcasts with us?
You can find me at Twitter, BeardAndHat. That's the easiest place to find me right now.
All right. Obi, where can people find you? And by the way, for those watching video, if I'm sweating, it's because I got the bubble guts and I'm really trying not to shit my pants. Just to shit on everybody.
Well, I could be
welcome.
long-winded.
Get it, wind.
No, don't make me laugh.
Anyway, yeah, you guys can check me out on, of course, YouTube, TSE Obi-Wan Kenobi, and of course Twitter and Instagram at it's TSE Obi-Wan. And guys, everything is coming back here within the next couple weeks. We'll be back. We'll be streaming, YouTubing, and of course, guys, don't forget Top Star Esports. Go follow those guys or follow us on Twitter. We are going to Atlanta on February 9th, so wish us luck. Hope we do well. And other than that, I'm around, guys. Just look up Obi-Wan X2. You'll find me somewhere.
Word. WarChild.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, now it's kind of a good time to try and look me up because I'm trying to get back into the whole thing with the streaming and the doing some podcasts now. GamerDad Chronicles, but you can find me on WarChildGames.com or at WarChildGames on Twitter.
Nice. And I'm Yogizilla everywhere, and of course our community. If you look us up on Facebook, we have a Geeky Antics group in there. We have the bunch of groups actually. We also have the Geeky Antics Club on Xbox, and the community group on Steam. Just look up Geeky Antics, Google us, Bing us. You'll find all our stuff. Plug in, be part of our podcast network, be part of our gaming community or geeky community, and participate on game nights and Retro Friday whenever we actually do that. You know, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. See?
I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Retro Friday.
Yes. And we still got to play Siege and a Division together one day.
True.
Yep.
I'm gonna have all next week off, so hit me up.
I did miss something. I did miss something though. Anyway, the blogs are coming back, guys. They are coming back once we get settled into the new house. We'll give you guys a tour, of course, once we get in the new house too. But Yogi's got to poop, so we'll see you guys next week.
That's right.
He just closed that out for you.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Obi.
You're welcome.
And with that, later, taters.
You're not gonna make it.
Stop it.
If you poop on yourself, I'm gonna laugh at you all the time.
You're already laughing all the time.
He played the fast version.